Hello, and welcome back to another Daily Top 10's Top 10 video. Today, we're going to be looking at the top 10 things most humans can't do. If you set your mind to something, you can do it, right? Practice makes perfect, huh? We're given so much positive reinforcement when we're young, but if our parents came out with the truth about these 10 things, we might have saved a whole lot of time. Number 10. Touching your nose with your tongue. It's not just noses that are tricky to reach with the tip of your tongue. It's just as impressive to be able to lick one's own chin. Quite approximately, only 10% of the world's population can claim to have mastered number 10 on this list. What's the trick? Well, a few people in that 10% have a connection tissue disorder, but for most people, it just means they've got an extra long tongue. Number 9. Putting your fist into your mouth. Sticking with oral fixations for the moment, if your mouth can house all 5 of your digits along with your knuckles and palm, you're in rare company. Most ordinary human beings will struggle to squeeze in much more than a quarter of the fist in there. What is this trick in aid of? Not much, really. To be honest, outside of grossing people out at parties, this one's not going to come in handy all that often, if you'll pardon the pun. Number 8. Eat a spoonful of ground cinnamon. Don't do it, guys. Not only will you hate it and yourself for trying, you can actually end up much worse for wear. Bizarrely, taking what has become known as the cinnamon challenge has become a popular pastime with YouTube users over the last couple years. The idea is to swallow a spoonful of the stuff without the aid of water or any other type of drink in 60 seconds. Needless to say, the results are never pretty. The activity is actually quite dangerous, as clumps of dried cinnamon can end up in the airways and lungs, leading to asphyxiation and breathing difficulties. In fact, in 2015, one 4-year-old boy actually died after ingesting cinnamon. Number 7. Wiggling your ears. Cats and bats are past masters at it, but most humans have a lot of difficulty wiggling our ears, and those who can do it usually can't do it without also moving their eyebrows. It turns out that the bit of our brain that is reserved for wiggling ears is located in a nucleus in our brainstem. It's only a tiny nucleus though, which is why we find it so darn hard. All the same, it is possible to train yourself to do it. The question is whether this is a good use of your time. Only you can answer that. Number 6. Write 6 while moving your foot clockwise. Ah, this old chestnut. How many times have you tried to do this? Are we right? Want to try it yourself? Pop your right foot off the ground and start moving it in a clockwise circle. Then try to write the number 6 on a piece of paper. The problematic aspect here is that the two parts of your body are moving in different directions. So you'll probably find that as soon as you start writing, your foot will involuntarily change direction. Number 5. Gleeking. Ever projected a concentrated stream of saliva from the glands under your tongue and sent it shooting across the room? No? You're not alone. This process is called gleeking. It is best employed when impersonating a camel and is not something that many people can do, at least not on purpose. You may shock yourself at some point in your life when a particularly involved yawn gives way to an involuntary gleek. Learning to gleek on command requires superior tongue dexterity and an awful lot of time on your hands. Number 4. Open-eyed sneezing. Everyone sneezes and everyone opens their eyes on occasion. But doing both at the same time? That's a tall order. We don't know for certain why sneezing with your eyes open is such a difficult task. But scientists have a theory that our eyes involuntarily close during a sneeze thanks to a reflex sent from the so-called sneeze center of our brains, all to prevent germs from entering our eyes. A less scientifically sound theory has it that the eyes seal up so that we don't sneeze so hard our eyes fall out. But that's ridiculous, right? Of course it is. But that it actually did happen once in 1882 to a woman undergoing a particularly nasty sneezing session. Experts suggest that she probably already had existing problems with her eye muscles. Number 3. Wiggling your nose. The nosy trick that will forever be associated with Samantha the Witch from Bewitched is not something most people can do. Not that you necessarily want that skill. The actress who played Samantha, Elizabeth Montgomery, got so sick and tired of fans asking her to twitch her nose on command that she eventually refused to perform the trick whatsoever. Number 2. Licking your elbow. Upon being told it's nearly impossible to lick your elbow, most people immediately try it out for themselves. Does that include you? If you've got that uber tongue we mentioned toward the top of this countdown, and you have a forearm that's on the shorter side of average, then maybe you can be the hero amongst us that can perform this impressive feat. If not, good luck, buddy. You're as unable to lick your elbow as the rest of us. Number 1. Tickle yourself. They say that comedy is all about surprise. Turns out, same goes for tickling. If you try to tickle yourself, you're going to fail to raise a chuckle. Why? There's this thing called the cerebellum, which, it turns out, can predict sensations when your own movement causes them. Basically, your right hand knows what your left hand is doing, and if it's heading towards your underarm or not. Don't try to beat this one. This is one thing that no human can do. Thanks for watching another Daily Top 10's Top 10 video. And remember, it's our duty to entertain and yours to subscribe.